This suggested run didn't come with a snappy name, but I think I'll call it a Sniper Duel. Because this one is all about sniping, whether on my part or on the part of the enemies. Because we got sharpshooters unlocked, so we're going to be seeing a whole ton of Inquisitors over the course of this run. If Inquisitors didn't exist in the area, they do now, and if Inquisitors did exist in the area, there's even more of them. And to compensate for that, I can only use ranged weapons. Now, the only thing I have unlocked is ranged weapons, and not even my favorite mainstay type of ranged weapons. I don't get the Boy's Axe, I don't get Pyrotechnics, which it might be something of an issue, but for some reason, I do still get to have Hokuto's Bow, Alchemic Carbine, Magic Missile, so don't be surprised if you see those a little bit later in the run. I'm going to be exploiting them for all it's worth. Aside from that, the only other thing that I got unlocked is Wave of Denial for a little bit of panic button, but nothing very overpowered, at least compared to using, say, turrets all the time like I usually do with ranged or tactics builds like this. I know you're following me. Yeah, don't even try that. This one's gonna be rough. Because I said before that I don't think tactics is as good right now as using something like brutality or survival. And that combined with the fact that I don't have my usual go-tos when it comes to range it's gonna make this a little bit difficult. Gotta finally get used to using some weapons that I've been neglecting for a very long time. And I did have the chance to go with either 4 boss cell or 3 boss cell. Chose 3 boss cell just because I am so unsure of how well this is going to go. Well, hey, I mean, one of the things with doing these suggested runs is that it is getting me out of my comfort zone. I'm playing the game in a different way, a very different way than I usually do. And that's a good thing. Not only going to help me grow as a person and a Dead Cells player, but also going to provide a different sort of run for these videos. Last time, for example, the Thirst for Blood is what it was called. I like getting specific names for these because it just gives me something to call them like that. Yeah, last time with Thirst for Blood, as much as I usually am aggressive when playing this game, I'm not that aggressive. It's not aggressive or... Wow, look at that. I told you there's a lot of those guys appearing. It's not aggressive or die aggressive normally. And that made it very stressful, very hectic, manic in a lot of ways, but also very fun to play. So although maybe democracy isn't working out in other parts of the channel, I do think it's pretty good here. And I am probably going to continue doing this sort of thing in the future. Now we'll see. Because hey, like I said, no turrets. No turrets is a very different way from how I usually play this. And as such, I'm going to be a lot more cautious and probably take a... Well, yeah, I was going to say than usual, but I'm always very cautious when it comes to tactics runs, usually taking stuff for increased survival as opposed to damage. I don't think this time is going to be any exception. Okay, knowing that the Inquisitors are going to be coming in every single biome, probably do want 75% damage reduction, even though I really would have liked grabbing the Hokuto's Bow there. Yeah, the War Javelin's alright, but compared to the bow and Endless Quiver, which, hey, if we're going to be going for ranged weapons, can't do much better than that. That's a very bread and butter type of one of those. Would have probably gotten a lot more use out of that combination than the Javelin, Bow, and Infinite Arrows. Oh, and since I didn't have anything specified as far as diet or costume goes, I decided to go with Robin Hood because, I don't know, Robin Hood uses a bow. There was that famous bit where he shot a bullseye through somebody else who had already hit a bullseye. That's fairly... I'd say that's fairly within the character of this run. And for food, I got on vegetarian because it includes carrots, and, you know, the classic pop culture thing is that carrots are good for your eyesight. which you need for range and sniping. Even though I'm pretty sure that pop culture-wise, that's a bit of an exaggeration as to how that actually works. You know, I'm fairly certain that beta carotene isn't something that gives you... We aren't lucky number 7. Wait, what? No, Shoot 'em Up. Shoot 'em Up had the goofy thing where the main character would eat a carrot and then suddenly gain super sight powers. That was a fun movie. But yeah, I don't think that's quite within reality for many reasons. But hey, it's about as good as you're gonna get as far as adhering to the whole gimmick for this run goes. And if nothing else, I do like a good theming in a video game. Give me just a real tight theming when I can see how it pervades every single part of the game, and I'll see that a lot more favorably. Oh, I do need to go get that Minotaur Scroll. I'm gonna need health, and that's gonna be the #1 way to get health. Although using only the Wave of Denial, I am going to be getting a lot of tactics just based on that alone. And I'll probably eventually need to switch out something else for the amulet, but I really think 75% damage reduction is going to be so important. Just unfortunate that Wave of Denial doesn't affect anything other than bombs. Because I could really... Maybe throwing on something like Tornado instead would have gotten the same general point across, but would have also blocked a lot of shots thrown at me from Inquisitors. Not quite the same sort of panic button, though. It's got a long cooldown time, and you do feel it. So I guess Wave Denial is pretty much... It's also, you can't really use Wave Denial for damage all that well. You can try, but don't think it goes too well. Yeah, that 75% damage reduction is already coming in hand now, isn't it? Get my choice of run, just gotta go through the cavern. And oh god, if I can just get through the cavern, I am going to consider this a successful run. Yeah, that's another thing that's been happening with leaving stuff up to Democracy. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it looked like I boosted myself up onto the ledge there by using Wave of Denial. Anyway, yeah, if I can just get through the cavern, knowing that there's going to be Arbiters and Inquisitors in there, and in some pretty heavy density, I'm going to take a guess. That's going to be the best I can hope. I mean, yeah, ranged runs are the best for fighting the giant, but I still, even though it's only 3 boss cells, still not feeling too confident with it. Oh well, I suppose we'll see in time. Yeah, Wave of Denial is pretty good. I'm betting that if I get enough tactics, that might be the way that I want to take care of curses, if I'm really going to do that. I don't know. Might not be entirely necessary. Yeah, the minimal amount of health that I have already might... I don't even know what I'm doing, I'm just pressing buttons. The minimal amount of health I have might mean that doing stuff like getting a bunch of extra stats isn't going to be all that worthwhile. And besides, I don't really want to put myself at any more... Well, then again, the minimal amount of health, I'm already pretty much cursed, so... In for a penny, in for a pound, a phrase that I do like saying and I do think is appropriate in this circumstance. We'll see. Getting up as... There's going to be no way to get any sort of consistent synergies. So I am going to be attempting to... Oh, I did get hit there, but I thought for a second that I didn't because I took so little damage. Nah, no such luck. All right. Good. Anything of interest? No. Gold as well as a cell might be good. And I'm probably going to eventually need that for... When I get into the ossuary right now. I'm not going to go into the prison depths. For a single extra stat, it's not going to be worth it. Can't take the cursed chest because that's in the 4-cell door, so it would only be the one. I'd be putting myself at so much risk for very little gain. And I'm not going to be going through the cavern by going... I'm not going to be going to the cavern through the traditional route through the graveyard. I think I'm going to hit up... Yeah, what, the... Oh, I do want those extra 2 stats, but not that much. Gonna be hitting up the cavern through the Slumbering Sanctuary just because, well, that's gonna be the easier way to do it. Range is very, very effective against the... Yeah. Range is going to be very, very effective against the Concierge, after all. Let's go. Yeah, the secondary sort of polling that I've been doing sure has not been working out too well, making me play the same games over and over again. Gungeon, I think, was a smashing success, but come on, guys. Momodora was pretty fun, too, but at the same time, oh, there's a reason why I gotta do 2 of those at once. Harsh. There's a reason why I gotta do 2 games from each poll at once now. I mean, I'll see you next time for Death Road to Canada, where I talk even less about the game than I did with Hyper Light Drifter. We'll talk about the books I've been reading lately or something. And I don't want to give it up just yet, just because I do like the idea of leaving the onus of choosing the game on the people that are watching the channel, though. I'm just saying, choose some better stuff. Control just came out. I think that game looks pretty cool. Remedy's new game, which is a first-person shooter in the SCP Foundation. Yes, I know it's not actually called the SCP Foundation. It is the SCP Foundation. Look forward to seeing Sam Lake as a... If I do eventually play that game, look forward to seeing Sam Lake as a redacted object of power. He makes this face that no other human could possibly do, and yet he does it anyway. Oh well, vote for that one. I want to play that game. I think it looks really fun. But anyway, yes. So doing okay here, but like I said, the lack of synergies I think might be an issue eventually. If I can just stat myself out to the point that I have like 30, and if I'm going into the cavern, I might be able to get 30 plus in a single stat. It won't be too big of a deal. Or if I really want to live up that whole in for a penny, in for a pound deal, just instead say 100% damage given and taken. Just roll with that. It could work out. I don't know. I am getting better at sniper battle. I am getting better at fighting the giant, but I still don't have too much confidence here. That's why I'm just saying get through the cavern, not even beat the giant. Leave it at that. I mentioned Lucky Number 11. I don't think I've ever actually seen that movie. I just remember it's very, very stupid title. I guess it's like 7 and 11 at the same time. That's kind of the deal. I don't know. I still got to go see more movies at some point in time. Haven't seen any of the Marvel stuff. I mean, I'm making all these references to Terminator and all that in the Gungeon series. I haven't actually watched any of those movies. Just nothing. Completely uncultured in the realm of cinema. Sure. I want to see if I can't get something good going on with this. I do like this as a weapon, and I do think that with how ridiculously grouped up the enemies so far have been, that the explosions, and especially the explosions once I get, 20 plus tactics, will be taking out huge swaths of Inquisitors over time. Whoa, he did not get stunned by that at all. I guess I'm not surprised, but I thought that the huge explosion would have at least got him out of that. No such luck. Alright. Well, so far I haven't found a Hokuto's bow, or at least I haven't been able to take a Hokuto's bow, or Alchemic Carbine, Magic Missile. So I'm still adhering to the spirit of the run, even though I'm fully expecting to throw that by the wayside the second that it gets difficult in any way. Yeah? Okay. Come on. Unless there's one more... There's only one more curse chest that could possibly appear in this area, so I should be okay aside from that. Not that I want to be taking any hits anyway, like I was saying, but I have an obsession with not dying to curses after it's happened so often recently. Still one of the most difficult parts of this... Nope. Still one of the most difficult parts of this entire game. No other... Like, Gungeon, as frustrated as I am when it comes to getting perfect boss fights, to get the master rounds, and... Oh, that didn't hit him? Wow, that's surprising. As much as I'm frustrated trying to get the master rounds all the time, because that's so important for getting a decent amount of health in that game, it's still nowhere near as bad as one-hit death that you encounter a lot, and are expected to encounter a lot on higher cell difficulties in Dead Cells. It's a very unique mechanic to this game, for better or for worse. Maybe, in my opinion, in some ways worse. I don't really like perfect play, but I'll deal with it for the love of the sport nonetheless. I still do love you, Dead Cells. You are still maybe the best indie game that has come out in the past at least 5 years or so. When did Purple come out? That was 2009. So, yeah, actually maybe like last 10 years. Well, no, this came out in 2017. But still, you get the point. Yeah, I like that game. Still gotta go finish up Golden Tower at some point in time. Got 60 kills. But yes, you do have the issue of... Ooh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna take it. You have the issue of just being a little too hardcore. And I know you love wearing that badge on your shoulder, but oh god, it is killing me sometimes. Oh, snipers. Just gotta be very vigilant. Very vigilant. I hate this so much, and I knew it was going to happen when I took that curse. I'm gonna try to find an area a little bit more curse friendly around here. And I can't get hit regardless, but here it's enforced by curses. I don't know. That is one of those things that I know that just differs between me and a lot of other people when they're playing games. Okay. Alright. A little bit tricky, but I managed to get out of there anyway. Yeah, it's something that I noticed, I know, after... Oh my god, there's so many of them here. I mean, yeah, I know, that's the point, but still. Yeah, something I noticed after watching a whole bunch of people play Super Mario Maker, especially with like Super Mario Maker 2 out, that came out relatively recently, is that a lot of the stuff that I would consider unfun in how hardcore it is, I see, you know, people who are very, very good at playing that game be like, oh yeah, that was a really fun level. Or, oh, what a silly, goofy troll level, when I would be throwing my controller on the ground in anguish. And it's like, that's one of those things where you gotta realize that you're not always the... Oh, I didn't realize that was enough to hit me. You're not always the market for a specific type of game, or even a specific type of game mechanic. I mean, playing a little bit of Crypt of the Necrodancer recently, I didn't really enjoy it. But I still can recognize how it's a well-made game and how it's good and everything like that. And even in Dead Cells, as much as I'm kind of frustrated with how hardcore this game can be, that is part of the appeal. It's one of those things where you just gotta remember that not every game is created for you. And oh my god, the amount of enemies here. So I don't know, it's just I don't really like the mechanic, but at the same time, I deal with it anyway, just for the love of the game. What do you got? Throwing knife is not bad, but... I think I'm just... I need to have, like, a good amount of... I need to have a good amount of arrows and stuff that's going to do more than just pure damage here, as well as the extra stats eventually. And I think bleeding, getting that sort of synergy on there, it's not quite the Alchemic Carbine, but it's close enough. 60% extra damage is nothing to sneeze at, even though I don't actually have that on my crossbow right now. Which, for some reason, I thought I did. Well then. You know, having a double one of these is working out pretty well, isn't it? Wave of Denial is still an effective weapon. I wouldn't really say it's a run winner or anything, but can't argue with results. Hey, Carrot. Now I can see so much better. Alright, that's enough of that. Push those guys off and see if I can't re-roll to get. See if I can't re-roll to get some of the affixes that I'm looking for right now. Whether it is potentially getting 100% damage given and taken, or just trying to grab a 60% on bleeding. We'll see. I think I'd be okay with either. Alright, okay. And nothing really going on here, but I really want that 75% damage reduction. Would this be worthwhile? No, I don't think so. Well, just sell it and let's get out of here. I've somehow managed to avoid losing my heart or using any one of my potion charges just yet, so no, not that. Yes, very Slipshod Games design. What an apropos saying there. What I've been talking about. Just go double ammo. That's clearly the optimal choice right now. I need to really be careful as far as running out of that, since I don't have anything that could possibly get me arrows back. There's gonna be a lot of waiting. Not bad. Just gotta keep on switch around hitting this, and actually maybe just like switch back and forth. Yeah, I think this is good. This is a good idea. Yeah, and I think the knife actually goes faster than the... yeah. I think the knife actually goes faster than the explosive crossbow bolt, so that's good for me. I definitely made the right decision going for 3 boss cells instead of 4 or more. Marksman's Bow, considering that enemies don't actually teleport to me in this mode. Oh, wow, that was... I stopped him in midair, and then that didn't do what I wanted. I mean, you understand what I'm saying. His hurt box remained active. Yeah, something like Marksman's Bow would actually be good for this. I'm calling it Sniper Fight. I am definitely sniping enemies right now, and enemies don't teleport to me if I'm not on 4-cell difficulty or so. There. Ooh, rough, but I managed it. Something to look for in the future. Unfortunately for right now, don't get any... Ooh. Do I want to? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to see if I can't get something working with this. Now, I'm going to have to watch out because I don't want to take too much extra damage, but this is something different. Something different, something new. It's going to be working a little bit faster, potentially, as far as killing enemies go. Doesn't quite have the huge AoE, but that's okay. You know, this is really the time, too. Yeah. Let's go. Like I said, cavern. Gotta hit up the cavern. But aside from that, I can do pretty much anything I want now, can't I? So the idea is going to be throw this and then throw it a little bit better. There's also really... Come on now. There's also, of course, really good tracking on the throwing knives, which is why I don't want to get rid of those just yet. Just knowing that they are going to be very quick to... Okay. Oh my god. Okay, wow. Just knowing that they are going to be very quick to use and something that I can use from a pretty good distance when I'm barely even facing enemies. Wow, there's just so many of these guys. I suppose this is a very horizontal area, but my god. It's so many. Yeah, can't say I didn't see that coming, but ouch. Okay, this is definitely the time to be using a potion charge. You know, when they're talking like sharpshooters, they are really not kidding. You see a lot of these guys in here. Should have kept the explosive crossbow, I think, just because of the... I said the density of enemies was going to make it really effective, and I guess I should have listened to my own advice, shouldn't I? Oh my god. And getting that 75% damage reduction. It's like those hits are with the 75% damage reduction, so it's even more terrifying than originally thought. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out the... Oh, this legendary item over here. And then I rolled directly into that instead of away from it. Oh my god. That's a boot, so I can't even take it anyway, but... Oh my god, I am so extremely dead right now. There it is. There's the exit. There's the correct exit to go for. Yeah, just give it to me. I don't even think I'm gonna make it through the cavern right now. I'm gonna give my best chance, but man, this one... The second that I came in here, this run just turned into quite the disaster, didn't it? Ouch. Well, hey, let's see if I can't find something a little bit more effective for... See if I can't find something a little bit more effective for damage as of just yet. Nothing going to be from shops, but who knows what the future's going to bring. Okay. Try to get him not to notice me. Well. That's a... Gotta get rid of you as soon as possible. Yep. Couldn't do it quite fast enough, but hey, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I said it was okay. It's not okay. Oh, yeah. Those things are going to be real obnoxious. Defenders, as always, are very... Yeah, they're very obnoxious. That's the word I said, and words have meaning that we should use. All right. Keep on rocking in the free world. This is just a regular chest, I think. So if I find any... Oh, no, it's even worse than that. I can't deal with a cursed chest right now. There's too many snipers. I'll see. If it's something easy, maybe I can find... Yeah, this is actually pretty easy because the stuff that I'm working with is going to make this extremely effective for taking out this dude. Wave of Denial, specifically. And yeah, I'm just going to take this for the extra health. Is it a good idea? Questionable, but I'm going to try it anyway. Quick Bow could be good. That's one of those items that I don't really use too often just because I think there's better stuff out there. Not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, well, more damage, I suppose. Not as good of affixes, but oh my god. And what's that? Ice Bow? Okay. All right. And the sniper's down there too. Oh yeah, that was just the second one. There has no drops. The first one had the drops. Oh god, this is... Yeah, you know, I said before that it's just... I like the different type of playstyle going on here. And although this is just a disaster, it's still pretty fun. I'm still having a pretty good time with it. I do not think it's going to be successful. The last one I had was also not successful. The first one I had was successful, though. This one, I got my doubts. Just give me health. I just want health at this point, and I don't even think that health is going to do me all that much good, because it's still not enough. But I'm going to keep rolling with it anyway, see if I can't get something to happen. Come on, give me something good here. I'll try it, actually. Yeah, the critical hits, the shots leave trail of flames. Maybe. A lot faster, certainly. It's also my, well, not quite the same color that I'm wearing right now, but pretty close. I would say close enough. All right, what else we got going on here? Check out the alternate area. Try not to get completely bodied by these ball and chains. Good. mention that I called him Ball and Chain specifically because that's what they're called in Super Mario World? Those things that act pretty much the exact same way. Just their name, Ball and Chain. And you could have just called them Spiked Balls or something like that, but that's the name that they had. I don't even know why I brought that up. I guess I just don't really have too much else to talk about right now, and I just need to keep speaking to keep the nerves calm. Lest I lose myself in the silence. Also, this is a video where I talk a lot, so if I'm not talking, I kind of... You know what? Can't say that wasn't entirely deserved.